I asked a bunch of different medical specialists what's the one thing that they would never do given the things they've seen in their specialty. I'll go first. I would never rush to musculoskeletal surgery. I have a torn rotator cuff, torn labrum, all these issues, but the majority of them can be treated with conservative management, physical therapy, maybe medications, maybe injections. Do not rush to surgery unless absolutely medically necessary. And that goes even more so for spinal surgery.
Hello, my name is Austin Chiang, and I'm an interventional gastroenterologist. One thing I would never do because of what I learned in my specialty is take a anti-inflammatory pain medication like Motrin, Advil, Aleve, long-term, around the clock, indefinitely, because that really wears away at the protective lining of your stomach. It can cause ulcers, and people don't realize that some over-the-counter medications can have effects like that if you keep on taking them without stopping them.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dana, and I'm a podiatrist, which is a foot and ankle specialist and surgeon. I would never ever put my feet on the dashboard while I'm riding in the car. The airbag is under the dashboard, and if it goes off while your feet are there, you could get a severe injury.
Hi, I'm Dr. Siobhan Deshauer, although online you may know me as Violin MD. I'm a rheumatologist, so I specialize in joints and autoimmune diseases. As a rheumatologist, I examine a lot of joints, and I can tell you, I would never wear high heels on a daily basis. A special occasion is one thing, but I've seen way too many women with bunions and toe deformities and foot pain. No, thank you.
I'm Dr. Gary Linkov. I'm an ENT specialist with subspecializations in facial plastics and hair restoration surgery. One thing I would never do, having trained in head and neck surgery, is smoke. After you do and see a laryngectomy procedure and you see these patients living without their voice boxes and having to breathe through their throat and their neck,
I was diagnosed at 37.
that can be quite jarring, and it takes time to get used to those patients. And when you hear their stories and you see everything that they've gone through, the last thing you want to do is ever pick up a cigarette.
Hi, my name is Dr. Alok Patel. I'm a pediatric hospitalist. If a child is hospitalized, my people are on it. I have a young child, and based on what I've seen in the hospital, I know it can happen to young children. So there's multiple things I would never let them do. Like I would never let them swim alone or eat a choking hazard, like uncut grapes, small tomatoes, nuts, seeds, popcorn, spend the night at a friend's house who has a gun, or ever go out on a bike, a snowboard, or a ski without a helmet. I would also never let them drink raw milk or drink or eat anything that is raw that I do not trust, because I've seen some really bad cases of food poisoning. Basically, I'm not gonna let them do anything that I've seen kids get really injured by, including ignoring serious head injuries. God, this list is long.
What's up, guys? I'm Dr. Antonio Webb, a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon. So here are two things that I would never do as a spine surgeon. Number one, I would never ride a motorcycle. And number two, I would never play with fireworks. I've seen too many accidents over the years, and my hands, they're critical, they're precious, I need them, and I don't want to blow them up.
Hello, my name is Mauicio, but everybody calls me Dr. Mau. I'm triple board certified in internal, emergency, and obesity medicine. Oh man, I would never ever drink and drive. And I would also never ever drive an ATV. I would also never do woodwork without eye protection. Not that I do much woodwork, to be honest.
Hi, I'm Dr. Glockenflecken. I am actually a board-certified ophthalmologist. I would never grind metal or do woodworking or be around any kind of projectile without safety glasses. Actually, I just wouldn't be around those things, just period. But if I had to, definitely not without safety glasses.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rena, Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon. A urologist is a medical and surgical doctor of the genitourinary tract. I would never shave my pubic hair if I was diabetic or immunocompromised. If you nick your skin, particularly in the genital region, when you have really poorly controlled diabetes or you're immunosuppressed, that can lead to something horrible called Fournier's gangrene. And that's a rapidly spreading skin infection that requires emergency surgery to remove dead skin in that area. So if you're in that situation, throw out the razor.
Hi, my name is Ben Schmidt, also known as Doc Schmidt, and I'm a gastroenterologist, also known as a GI doctor. As a GI doctor, I would never take a gut health supplement because there's really no evidence that they do anything. The supplement industry is taking advantage of the millions of people with gut health issues who are simply looking for answers. When GI doctors aren't always able to provide those answers, patients turn to the internet for advice and get convinced to try an array of untested or unproven gut supplements that ultimately typically don't do anything except cost them money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Boxler Wachler. I'm an ophthalmologist, aka eye surgeon. I would never go outside without wearing sunglasses. I see so much damage to the whites of the eyes, for cataracts, macular degeneration. There's so much bad stuff that happens from the sun out there. Even on a cloudy day where UV still comes through, I still wear my sunglasses.
My name is Ricky Brown, and I am a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. For me, this one's a no-brainer. If any of you follow me on social media, you've heard me talk about this in the past. Contour threads are a big no, and I would never do them. They're little threads with barbs on them, basically a barbed suture that people will use to suspend the face, to kind of rejuvenate the face, shy of having surgery. Now, I'm all for non-invasive procedures, but these barbed sutures that people are putting into the face, they're trying to do these fox eye threads where they do crazy things with the eyes, and there have been some really serious complications with those threads. The other thing I don't love about them is they don't last very long and they're very expensive. That is one in my book that I will never personally perform.
My name is Jake Goodman, and I'm in my last year of psychiatry residency. One thing that I would never do, and I would advise anyone out there listening to take the same approach, is to never take a recreational drug that is given to you by somebody telling you it's some specific substance. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen accidental overdoses because someone thinks they're taking a drug, some sort of stimulant, for example, but it ends up being laced with fentanyl, which is an incredibly dangerous, potent opiate that can lead to death. And if you're ever in a situation where you're exposed to something like this, I strongly recommend carrying around Narcan or naloxone, which can reverse an opiate overdose.
My name is Dr. Anthony Youn, and I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon, I'm a YouTuber, and a podcaster. As a plastic surgeon, I would never do butt implants, and I would never get butt implants. Now, Dr. Ricky Brown, rumor I hear, may have a good set of his own butt implants, but in general, I'm not a fan of these because honestly, that part of the body is not the cleanest part of the body, and you have to avoid an implant getting infected. In addition, there are risks of the implant moving out of place, and honestly, how would it feel like sitting on two firm kind of masses of silicone? Someday, maybe someday, flat butts are gonna be back in style.
Hey, I'm Dr. Davo Banasali, a board-certified dermatologist here in New York City. So one thing I wouldn't do, based on what I've learned in dermatology, I wouldn't skip the sunscreen. It's not just for preventing skin cancer, which is most important, but also anti-aging, getting dark spots, pigmentation issues, texture, tone, pores. All these things get worse and worse when you have more UV and sun exposure.
Hello, my name is Danielle Bellardo. I'm a cardiologist in Los Angeles, California, and I specialize in cardiovascular disease prevention. As a cardiologist, I would never follow a carnivore diet. This diet primarily consists of animal products such as meat of all kinds, organ meat, fish, and some allow for eggs and small amounts of dairy. Proponents of the carnivore diet claim various health benefits, but it poses significant health risks, especially for heart health. The high intake of saturated fat in a carnivore diet can raise your LDL cholesterol and ApoB, both of which are well-established risk factors for heart disease, increasing that risk of heart attack and stroke.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Sanjay Juneja, and I'm a hematologist and medical oncologist, otherwise known as a blood and cancer specialist. One thing I would never do because of my specialty is skip screening. The time that you're due for a certain screen based on the guidelines, it's covered and you may be left with thinking, should I have gotten something sooner? Should it show something bad? I think trying in life to reduce the should I have or why didn't I is very important, both medically and outside of it.
As all these medical doctors can tell you, gaining subscribers is hard. So here's a story of how I hit 10 million, got my diamond plaque. Click here, check that out. And as always, stay happy and healthy.